Would you do it?
Simple question. What is individual identity?
That's super good.
Individual identity. Condition or characteristic as to who a person is, the qualities and beliefs that distinguish or identify a person. The reason I bring up individual identity is because in a culture where social expectations are often taken to the extremes, people are often losing their individual identities because they have the need to want to fit in and conform to social norms. But conforming to social norms doesn't always allow you to be you. Instead, the individual finds it easier to bend to the will of those social expectations. The only way to define yourself in a culture where society's expectations take such a toll on lives is to allow yourself to question social expectations, take risks, to not always follow the group when it conflicts with who you are. The Great Gatsby is set during the Roaring Twenties. This is a time period in which America had just finished the First World War, the economy was booming, and people were becoming more extravagant. Jay Gatsby, the main character in the novel, tries to meet societal expectations by throwing lavish parties that everyone wants to attend. These lavish events are a reflection of the 1920s and society's expectations of a man they perceive as wealthy and happy. Gatsby therefore conforms to social expectations by throwing these parties in which masks a man who is unhappy and looking for more. Nick writes, he talked a lot about the past, and I gather that he wanted to recover something, some ideas of himself. Perhaps he had gone into loving Daisy. His life had been confused and disordered since then, but if he could return to certain starting places, go over it all slowly, he could figure things out. This quote highlights the point that Gatsby is living a life that is not truthful to who or what he wants. As it points out, he is longing to recover the same idea of himself, and until he finds that, he will continue to be lost. It is common for people to judge each other based on appearance. Beauty in today's society and its definition is pushed on people through magazines, TV, and movies. Many times people will use those social definitions of beauty to judge people, especially in relationships. However, Lana Del Rey pushed past the social norm by asking, will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful? She is searching for love that goes beyond the physical appearance, the one that is built on her as a person, as an individual. It is love that is based on the internal person, not the external expectations. In the time of A Long Way Gone, war is seen as an everyday event for people in Sierra Leone. However, Ishmael Bey originally starts out the book not liking war and runs away to escape. Eventually, he gets drafted into the war and is extremely timid. He doesn't let the societal expectations of soldiers in the war define him until he sees the death of his friends. Now cultural expectations define him. He said, I joined the army to avenge the deaths of my family and to survive. But I learned that if I'm going to take revenge, in that process I will kill another person whose family will want revenge. Then revenge and revenge and revenge will never come to an end. Ishmael allows way people expect people to view war consume him. He doesn't care about who he is killing as long as he is able to win the war. In this process, Ishmael loses his individuality. He allows the expectations of war to take over and influence him to become someone he is not. In some cultures today, the expectation that societies have put on people begin to overrule their lives. For example, in Saudi Arabia, women have extreme expectations put onto them and they end up being more like objects instead of people. They have insane rules of who they can be and how they should act. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights tries to provide people with the chance to find their individuality. Article 2 states every person has human rights regardless of race, sex, language, belief, or religion. And Article 3 states every person has the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. These are two examples of how the human rights work to provide opportunities for people to be able to define themselves. During the time of Jackie Robinson, segregation had a huge impact on the United States. There were strict rules as to which race could use certain bathroom stores and even sports teams. Jackie Robinson originally played on a team comprised of black players until Branch Rickey of the Brooklyn Dodgers offered Robinson a chance to break unorganized baseball's powerful but unwritten color line. Rickey of the Brooklyn Dodgers took a huge risk, broke the norm, and allowed Jackie Robinson to play on the Dodgers. No one in American culture during this time would ever think of adding a person like Jackie Robinson to the team. And in order for Rickey to take this huge leap in making changes in the culture and social expectations, he chose to break all social norms. In order to define yourself, it's important to take risks, individualize yourself, and question social norms.